What's up world, I'm Julian and this is my 40-gallon fish tank that I recently acquired. So this tank it's about 40 gallons, I forgot the whole dimensions and sizes, but I want to do something good to commemorate this tank. Like I said, it was recently my father's and I just acquired it, but I want to, I guess, make it up to date, new, and more live. Because right now it's kind of just, I have like the algae eater fish, I don't know their actual names in it, and then I had the other fish you probably just seen earlier in the video to swim across. But I want to get more fish in here and make it look lived in, for lack of a better word. But today what I'm going to do is just drain the water out and try to do a deep cleaning on the, oh, there's a fish. I'm going to drain some water out and try to get a deep clean inside all these rocks here and get behind that rock and get all the old sedimenty stuff, blah blah blah. But pretty much in this video I'm just going to clean the tank and just start to see how it goes. But I haven't had an actual tank in a very long time, so I'm just gonna learn. I've been at the fish store, I've been learning things, I've been on YouTube learning things, and I just want to have a good life for this one individual fish. And then I think the algae guy, I think you seen over here a moment ago. So oh, he's actually right there, there's one of them. Yeah, but I'm gonna start by taking the tops off the tank and start draining some water. Adjust the camera right here and start cleaning. He's really trying to get out. So the first thing I learned with cleaning tanks is you need some room to work with. So in my basement in this corner I don't have a lot of room. Well, I could have more room, but I decided to keep it enclosed over here. But I'm going to move this bucket out of my way, get on this side and just start taking the top off. So we have these two lights and just this plexiglass stuff that I'm going to place over here. Hopefully I don't break it or step on it. Here, right now I have the water temperature set to about 78 degrees. I have two heaters, one on this side and one on this side. And I have a bubbler that's not working that great, so I'm going to go to the fish store and like ask them what's going on with it. But, because I don't know anything about tanks, it's really my first time really getting into it. But I want to give this a good cleaning in the rocks, because last time I cleaned it I couldn't really get that much because I didn't want to get that dirty because I was being lame. So once again I'm going to take this other side off and put it over here so it doesn't get damaged or broken. And get my two buckets ready so I can start draining some of this liquid out. But with these tubes, this one is about 4 feet, maybe 5 feet long. I seen a trick online on YouTube that I want to see that I can do, because I don't know what I'm doing. But I first kind of want to get this rock out of here. I want to get this out of here so I can get behind it and hope I take no fish with me. So I'm going to start cleaning from this side of the tank. I don't know if you can see it, I'm probably going to zoom in. That there's a lot of floatiness over on that side. So I'm going to hopefully suck up as much of the gunk and trash and debris as possible. So let's see. Get it like this. It says lift. Oh, it worked! I have suction. Now I'm gonna crank it with my hands so it doesn't really drip off and get it deep in there. Open up the suction so I can get all the nasty bits out. You just vacuum, I said front to back. So I just removed 5 gallons of water from this side, and I'm gonna come on the other side and do the same. But as you can see here, I took the rock out, but there's so much floaties over in this, and so let's hope it's easier. Alright, and that's all the water I'm going to be taking out of here. I took out 2 10-gallon buckets, so it's, 2 5-gallon buckets, so that's 10 gallons of water. I vacuumed up to about right here, all the way over and there to there. So I don't want the water to go too low, but I'm going to have to take my wedding ring off because I almost lost it a couple times. Yeah, so now I'm going to dump the dirty water in the mop sink and fill it back up with some good water. But really, I think before I dump some more water in here, I'm going to readjust my bubbler that's on this side over here. So, yeah, well now I have 2 buckets filling up with water. 1 bucket's next to me, the other bucket's filling up currently. But yeah, so I'm going to jump on this bubbler and try to fix that and get it buried in the dirt. And I have this bubbler over here that I might as well plug in and like hide this wire to make it look better. So I'm going to try that out. But I think before I do that, I'm actually going to go back inside the tank and clean off the edges. So I haven't really done this before, especially on this backside. Just going to use a scrubber I purchased and just clean the glass to make it look fresh. And then once I'm done making the inside clean, I am going to use some Windex to clean the outside to make it look crystal clear. Well, I put 10 gallons of water back in here, so the water level is about right here. I could put it up a little bit more, but I don't feel like filling up another half bucket of water. But yeah, now I'm just going to let it sit here for about an hour or so, then I'm going to come back downstairs in the basement and see how clear the water is and go from there. Alright, well I'm back and it's about 2 hours later. Water is a lot cleaner. And I actually moved the lights from the back and put them in the front, so now it's actually quite brighter inside the tank. And that guy, I gotta clean the outside of the tank, but I seen 2 of the fish swimming around, and this guy is still hanging out in the corner. But the water crystal clear after its first tank cleaning. So next thing I want to do is go to my local fish store again, probably tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday, and get my water tested. They said I should get my water tested to see like the nitrates, the phosphates, the blah blah blah. I don't really know. I'll learn more about it later. But he said I can bring it in and get a free test kit, but he recommends me buying my own for at home. I probably will do that, just maybe not anytime soon. But I'm also going to figure out how much white sand I'm going to need for the bottom here to get the Myrtle Beach look going. And I might buy a tree branch now or later. I'm probably going to do it later though. But hopefully water test out good, or I'm going to get like the chemicals, little drips and all that fun stuff to make sure my water is A1 for the homies. And then I'm going to slowly get rid of all these rocks in here. Because you can see this is, I have a hand and that's about half my hand. So that's about, what, 4 inches of rocks. So just everywhere around this whole thing, about 2.5 to 4 inches of rocks. So yeah, it's going to be a slow process to get rid of all the rocks, put the sand in. And like I said, it'll give them more square footage to run around in. If it's, you know, taking away all that to like down here. But I'm also thinking about putting live plants in here. But I'm just curious about the process of all that. But anyways, the water temperature is at 78 degrees, which is good for these guys. I got my bubbler cord still in the way. I kind of forgot to move those. But anyways, this is Julian Lawson, and this is my 40-gallon aquarium tank. I'm going to try to do weekly updates with this tank. I probably won't, but I'll stick to it, you know, it shouldn't be that hard. But worst to worst, I can always come down here and just post a YouTube story to keep everything updated. But anyways, this is Julian Lawson's 40-gallon fish tank, and until next time, peace!